play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's Young on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. That throw by Young incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It'll be Young again. The Sanders has got it complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. 7-7, our score after 1.
Okay, right.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Needle blue. Hut, hut.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Blaster.
They run with a 3rd-year man, Chuba Hubbard, able to fight through 1 tackle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Hubbard. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're using the ball out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Now Young. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Young to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And once again, this is Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down now, but that clock rolling. Young working out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This time they stay on the ground. He's still on his feet. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Cousins now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, Cousins. I had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple short passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. Here now a 3rd and 20.
Drill grease.
Young now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now Young on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And the aggressive play. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
17. Ready?
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Blue striker. Ready.
Young on 3rd down. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3.
Red, cycle. Claws red. Ready.
To the air once more, Young. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Walker, 85 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
That throw by Young incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Young. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. Now Young. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
First down, here's Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, 32, listen. Stop.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50. Black Ultra. Ready.
Now Young. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Young. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Able to connect with Chark. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Pushing his way through. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. That is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Striker, 3-3.
Here's Young. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's second down. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
They'll throw again. Young. Left side here to Sanders. And he goes out right around the 39. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Steal! Check, steal!
Running right, here's Sanders.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall back to 500 at